Okay, so hello everyone. Welcome to the next episode of Beyond Dressing Well. I'm Mary Lou Andre, president, owner, and founder of dressingwell.com. This is our first official or maybe unofficial fall episode. Fall officially starts in a couple of weeks, but I don't know about you, it feels like fall and I'm definitely in the fall mindset. So this is a brand new program tonight, so I'm delighted to deliver it for all of you. It's actually an important one because it's the thing that I think when you don't have the right base pieces in your wardrobe, I think it really gets in the way of actually building the wardrobe that you really love to wear, that's easy to reach for and makes your heart sing. Because what we're really talking about here is, as you know, is style confidence. So before we dive into the 7 closet essentials, and I had a list of 20, so I had to really whittle it down, and I tried to make categories so that I could get as much information as I could in 30 minutes. But before we get started, we have some great prizes tonight. It's the first of the month. So as you know, we do give away a $250 Dressing Well gift certificate to folks in our community every month. Last month, who did it go to? Sarah will know. We'll ask when we get Sarah back up. We're going to have Sarah join us in a little while, which would be really fun to have her on the camera with us. We're able to do that because of Zoom. She's going to be monitoring the Facebook group. Maria is here working with Zoom. So hello, all my Facebook friends, and hello and welcome to all of the folks that we have over here on Zoom. So tonight is really about mindset more than anything. And I do have a lot of show and tell. I would not disappoint. But before we really get started and dig deep into the program, I just want you all to get focused on who you are today, what you need your clothing to do for you, and how much time and energy you want to devote to getting dressed every day, shopping, and all that stuff. So if you want to save time and energy on this process, you're in the right place. So what I like to tell folks, and this program is actually a mini version of what our participants in our 90 Days to Stellar Style program get. And I think it's the 4th cohort, which is the closet essentials piece. And it's much broader than what we're able to do in a half an hour, but it will give you some of the highlights of what happens in that program and why people are getting the results that they're getting. We have a couple of participants that are going to also join me and Sarah on the call later, just to share their perspective on why some of this part of our process, this part of our methodology really is, I believe, the secret sauce. So we do have a new program kicking off on September 20th. We're enrolling right now. Enrollment for the early fall program is now closed, but DM Sarah, DM me, you know the routine, and I will be at my desk all day tomorrow if anybody wants to jump on a call and discuss how to work with us. The program is great. It's not the only thing that we do, and we have several different options if you're interested. So again, jump on my calendar. Maria and Sarah are going to put them up in the chat, and I would be more than happy to give anyone in our community 20-25 minutes of my time to really talk about your style, share some resources, and anything else that you'd like to know about how we work with folks. So the step number 1, or item number 1, and this took me a couple of days to put this program together. And all of these programs really do come out of the feedback that we're getting in the chat from all of you, from our clients. But when I really thought about fall and rushing out to add the newest trends, I really can't do that until I investigate and evaluate my base wardrobe to make sure that it actually is the foundation that I need before I start spending money on trends. And I'm going away this weekend. I actually have a big weekend, and I'm going to show you, I'm all packed on my rack, and I'm going to show you how I have made this philosophy work in my own wardrobe. But I am going to a conference with my husband. I'm going to be a guest, but I'm going on a fishing boat. I'm going to 3 dinners, and then I have a wedding for a dear friend's daughter on Sunday night. So I'm leaving tomorrow at noon, and I'm not coming back until Monday. It's quite a pack. But what I did last week is I ran around and I got some of the items that I needed to really have less pieces but more options for this kind of trip. And the first thing that I did, and it's item number 1, is I went and I had a bra fitting. I also picked up some of the essentials that I'll need for that wedding dress that I'm going to wear. But it's one of the first things that we do with our private clients. It's one of the first things that we share with our Stellar Style cohorts, is having the right base pieces is really going to set you up. And I had not had a bra fitting since before the pandemic. Yes, I am the cobbler. I'm the cobbler that doesn't have any shoes. I had spent a lot of time ordering sports bras and things online, but I ended up buying 7 new bras. You guys know everything about my life at this point, so I think we can talk about underwear. And boy, what a difference when I went home and tried on the dresses and just even the regular clothes that I'm going to be wearing with those fresh underpinnings. So that's number 1. If you haven't cleared out that part of your wardrobe or restocked that, it's going to make an amazing difference in how you wear your clothes. I remember years ago working with a woman who was in the public eye. She had just had a baby. She was getting scrutinized, had very little money to buy a whole new wardrobe. And we basically got her new underpinnings and everything fit better. And of course, when it fits better, you feel better, you shine, you show up. So that's my first tip. The second thing that we do with our clients and ourselves, and I did this last week when I was building my early fall wardrobe, was looked at my bottoms. So I'm not going to do too much show and tell on that because those are so specific to all of us. But look at your bottoms. When I wrote my book, and a lot of you in this community have read the book, I had a chapter on, I think it was called 18 pairs of black pants or something like that. And people thought I was nuts, but I probably honestly do have 18 pairs of black pants. And some of them are leggings, of course. Some of them are wide bottom. Some of them are slim. Some of them are boot cut. Some of them are cropped. But when I'm building my own wardrobe, when I'm working with a client, if I can get them in a pair of black pants or a black skirt or even a black dress, all of a sudden I can start to make a lot of different outfits. So just a couple of examples of my bottoms right now, and even what I just bought. But I even bought, some new yoga pants and a new cut. The boot cuts are back, so I'll be able to wear those with my high sneakers. For me, I really love, a wide leg right now. So I've got like a wide pair of denim. Of course, have my skinny denim, and I'll show you that when I show you my pack. And I think when we're talking about bottoms, and again, my list was 20 items and I had to weed it to 7. I think everybody in our community could buy a pair of dark denim for the fall. Dark because it's a little bit more fall and heads into winter a little bit easier. And whether it's a boot cut or a high waist or a skinny or a crop or a wide, I think you can start to do a lot with that. So the number 2 is your bottoms, and make sure you're really happy. In Stellar Style, we do this entire process with clients. And of course, we start with their closet. We go through fit. When we get to the essentials, sometimes people say, I got it. I've got my 3 black pants, my jeans, or a pair of, whatever makes them feel great. We've had people that really don't like black in the program. Maybe they have navy and they're like, this is all I really need. Or other people will say, you know what, I really want to try a different style. And with my stylist as my guide in the program, I finally have the confidence to move into some different shapes. When you do change shapes, one warning is oftentimes you have to change the shape of the other things that go with it. So for instance, the high pants with the full bell bottom that I just showed you, they look better with a shorter cropped top. The next thing that we do is we ask folks to grab all of their they're layering their shells, their tops, their turtlenecks. We start with black most of the time, just because it's a great way to make an outfit with a dark pant. Again, we're really starting to make sure they have the basics. I find that over the years, and I'm sure when I bring Sarah up in a little bit, she'll agree with me, a lot of people are missing those pieces, the shells. There's times when I've gone shopping with a client and I've done a shoe and shell shop. So we've done nothing but freshen up the shoes and freshen up the shells, and all of a sudden they have many more options in their wardrobe. And the pieces that I personally, you know that I empty my entire closet to do these live programs, but I have this little shell on almost daily. I wear it year round. I can wear it with pants and a jacket and it looks great. I can wear it under a sweater. This 3/4 sleeve, I don't wear this that much, but I find when someone's really got arms that they want to cover, that's a really nice shape. This is the one that I can't live without. It's a long sleeve. I wear this with sleeveless dresses and jumpsuits in the winter. I even wear it to sleep. It's so comfortable and it's cotton. And then early fall, a cotton turtleneck. Before I go into my cashmere and my sweaters, I find that this becomes really handy. And even if I put it with this leather jacket, it's a great look with black jeans, black boots, you get the gist. So the third one is just going through your drawers, pulling out the shell. Sometimes they're shoved in your lingerie drawer. And then when you do say, I could really use that, look at the neckline, the sleeve coverage, and how you're going to wear it. Even the top that I have on, I got this at the Gap last year. I have it on backwards because I like the boat neck. It's really scoopy, and that's just not the best look on me. So, and this top at the Gap, cotton, end of the season sale last year, I believe it was $4.99, and I wear it all the time. So those shells and the tops and the turtlenecks, when you need them, you need them. And a lot of times when we're making outfits in someone's closet, those are the closet staples that are missing. So maybe that will help somebody out there kind of reevaluate and really rethink. And again, we're thinking like that professional contractor. We're building the base so that the accessories, the cool jackets, the scarves, all have a beautiful setting to be displayed on. The next one I thought I would share is, lightweight layering pieces. So we're talking early fall right now. We're not quite into winter. And what I like to do is have a couple of cotton sweaters. I actually have this on today running errands. It's just a little short cropped sweater. Another trick when I buy a sweater, especially this time of year, I try to purchase it with something that matches it, just to have it either, I travel back and forth to the Cape most of the summer. I would have these folded together in my bag. When I get back here and I'm kind of putting outfits together for weekends, I had this actually hanging in my closet together. And the cropped sweater, that's what I mean, that goes really nice with that newer looking pant. And of course, you guys have seen my whole wardrobe at this point, but I picked up this sweater in the spring. It's longer, it's cotton, wore it a lot. And I actually had it on this past weekend, super handy. It's longer, so I wear this with my skinnies. And my formula of buying two pieces together, when I bought that sweater, I bought this scarf to go with it. So the mindset is getting the layering pieces, getting those base pieces, and always thinking how it's going to go together. So I'll show you a couple of other lightweight layering pieces. I brought a lot down here as we go through the program. The other thing that I really love to buy, and I think I'll just bundle it with with layering pieces, is I always love to have a great little jacket this time of year. And I am just so crazed about anything kind of boyfriend. I love a tweed. I love this one with the red here and the yellow. And this is what starts to happen when you get organized and you start to lay things out. Like this little, all of these tops in my closet which are also essentials. This little red, this little yellow sweater. I have a little dachshund, and that's a dachshund on the sweater. I am a crazy dog person. It also goes really nice. You know, a lot of people say a white shirt is a closet staple, and it definitely is. I tend to look better in a little bit more of a light blue. So these are my two staples in the shirt department. And of course, when you put the blue on with the tweed, it's great. Another tip is always remember that brown loves blue. Brown loves blue. So when you're dressing for fall and you've got a lot of these tweedy yellow blues, having a brown belt, and that goes into number 5, is brown and black leather this time of year. I could not live without this belt. It finishes everything right now. It looks great with, you know, I'm going to wear it with jeans, probably do a half tuck. I always search and make sure that clients have a belt like this in brown and black. And what I love about belts is they really let you perfect the fit. So even if I have like a big sweater that's a little bit too big, you can cinch the waist with a belt and you can perfect the fit. Right now, that half tuck is so in. So even today, what I had on was this little top, the sweater, jeans, and this belt. And then I had some sneakers on that had a little bit of the brown leather in it. So brown and black leather. And what I like to do as well is always have, a lot of times, what did I bring down here? I like to have a black and a brown, or a black and a beige shoe every season. So sandals, loafers, heels. Sometimes when I can find them in a brand that fits my foot really well, like these are Tory Burch, honest to goodness, 6 or 7 years old. They've got a little bit of a peep toe. So I wear these hard in the fall. And they're super comfortable. So I also, for this wedding that I'm going to, I got an updated shoe with the little square toe to wear with my dresses. And it was so comfortable and fit so well. I also got it in a bone. Now these won't go as far in the fall. I'll get through the wedding weekend and the retreat that I'm going to, but you get the gist. Even like these, I've got a black pair and a bone pair of these little pointed flats. So when you're looking at brown and black, and again, we only have 30 minutes, I could only do 7 tips. If somebody has brown, beige, black, brown footwear, and as we get into the season, it'll be, of course, booties. I love these because they have a brown heel, so I can really do a lot with these. I try to, if I get those staged, I can make a lot of outfits with those 2 colors. And step number 6 is a black dress. How could I have a show on 7 fall closet essentials without mentioning that? And I can't tell you the number of people I have helped over the years where they have said, SOS, SOS, I have this big event to go to. I have nothing to wear. We go through the whole closet. And a lot of times I know we're going back to that black dress, but we try to put things together. They're missing key elements. And if I can get a black dress on them, I can put a fur vest with it. I can put a cool leather jacket with it. I can make it conservative. I can make it dressy. I can put it with tall boots, over the knee boots, all of that. And Sarah and I are going to be back in 2 weeks. We're going to do our top 10 trend report, which will be fun. It will be sprinkling all the candy and the jimmies on top, but you can't rock it when you don't have the basics. And I remember even last fall, I'm smiling because I had a great client who had this black sleeveless dress that looked fantastic. And she said, I wear that to work. I'm not wearing it to this 50th birthday party. And I said, now you are. And, and I put it on with a cool pair of shoes that she had. We razzled and dazzled her jewelry. It was in September, this party. It was in Newport. We put a shawl with it. I think we actually put a really cool cape with it. And she said to me later, I felt like $1 million because she felt like herself and it fit. And she had the layering to keep her warm. She could take it off if she was too warm or put it on if she was too cold. So I really can't have this conversation with a black dress without saying a black dress. And then number 7, and then I will do a little show and tell and bring our guests on, is this time of year, I really crave a structured bag. So I spent way too much time with my backpack the last 18 months. So back to, when the fall hits, I just came across this little bag, really cute. This is just what I love. It's got a zipper. I can get my folders in there. I can get water. I can get a lot in there. I tend to put away my light color bags right around now, but I love having a structured bag for work. And then I also love having more of a boho bag. Just got this. I love it. I wear so much of the olive green, as you know. Red is a really strong color coming in for fall. We'll have that on our top 10 list, I'm sure. So again, it's a mind for knowing what you have. This was on the sale rack and I grabbed it because I know it's going to work with a lot of my things. And on the weekends, I like to be a little bit more relaxed with my look. And on my work days, I like a little bit more structure. So those are my 7 items. I hope 1, 2, maybe 3 things resonated with you, made you think a little bit differently. Again, this is very much a mindset program. I'll show you 2 things that I'm taking on my trip so that we don't run out of time for our guests, and we'll open it up for questions too. But this is ooh. Whoa. Okay, so I'm wearing this to one of the dinners. It's a jumpsuit. And this is how I rack stuff. I even put the bag with it, but it's a really fun jumpsuit. This event is at the Cape, so it could be cold, could be hot. I'm going to wear it with these new shoes, which I like. Again, a little bit of a modern twist with the square toe, super comfortable. And then when I was going through my cotton lightweight sweaters, I came across this poncho. So I can wear the poncho with it if it gets cold. I also have an orange and a black pashima that I can throw in. I even put a little baggie here with the earrings that I'm going to wear. And I picked up these earrings to tie in. So that's what I'm going to wear Friday night to this dinner. And again, having everything lined up and then having the cotton layering pieces, knowing like I had to buy I said to myself, I'm going to get a new earring, very inexpensive. But I did this all last week so that I wasn't really stressed this week going to this event. So I just wanted to show you that that's a lightweight jumpsuit. I'm doing it with still with a sandal, but for me, the safety piece is the layering piece. Like I can't this time of year go anywhere without having that. Okay, so Maria, why don't we bring Sarah on the line? Can you bring Sarah up? It's so exciting to have Sarah on the call. Where we can see her. She does such a great job over in the Facebook group. Sarah, you want to say hello to everybody?
Hello, everyone. How is everyone tonight? It's really fun being on the Facebook group and in the Zoom because I can comment with everyone and see what's going on. So it's great. I'm so happy to be here, and I'm thrilled to be sharing this night with all of you and Mary Lou, and talking about all the base pieces we need.
Okay, so Sarah, before we bring Kathleen Healy on, who's one of our stellar style gals, you're running the program now, and I know we're kicking another one off on September 20th. What, in your point, because you've run the last 2 cohorts for us, what are people getting from it? Like, you know our methodology better than anyone, but in the program, what are the wins that people are sharing with you?
At the conclusion of the last program, the word that came across more than any other was confidence. And that was so fun. It was an across the board, at the end of the final session, we all shared our wins, and, there was so many participants who just had this great increase in confidence, both, physically, personally, what was going on in their closets. They just felt organized, and, that they could take on shopping, putting together a wardrobe, having all of these pieces, that they need now with a plan, which was wonderful.
Okay, awesome. We are going to bring Kathleen Ramsey up next. I just asked, do we like to do this on once a month? I just like to invite people. Stellar Style has become just such a big source of pride in our dressing well world, just because again, a year ago, I started an online class. I started my own 90-day program September 1st last year. And by November, I had the whole program designed, and we started selling it in December, and we really didn't know what was going to work. And so to already have over 50 women graduate from the program and to be starting another session in September, we're just really excited about that. And I think all of these lives, we bring guests in, we talk about fashion, we do show and tell. So I like to just have one a month to invite people in our community to come and share because whether you come to lives or take a program with us or work with us privately, our methodology is our methodology. So I just wanted to invite Kathleen Ramsey, who was one of our inaugural Stellar Style gals back in January, to just share some words on, she's a graduate in March, what's working for her and why. So I can't see you, Kathleen, but I know Maria's going to bring you up.
Good afternoon, everyone. So good to see you. I was in the first class with Mary Lou, and my intake form with her was that I wanted to focus on cleaning out my closet and skinnying down there a bit. We did that, and it was a great success. But in addition, in that process, working with my stylist, I was able to identify holes in my wardrobe and build on that and build with some of my classic pieces, and let go of some things that either were dated or didn't fit anymore and just didn't work for who I was today. And to echo Sarah's survey of other participants, confidence has been huge. And it was great, particularly working during COVID and coming out of COVID with that community and being all ready to go as we're starting to go back into the office. Just yesterday, one of the outfits that I had worked with my stylist on, someone that was out of the office during COVID said, "Wow, that looks great. It looks so comfortable and it fits you just so nicely." And I said, my stylist recommended it. And she's like, "Whoa." And I said, wait.
That's assigned a stylist. That's kind of cool. You can have your very, very own stylist. And Kathleen, I think the other thing that I've heard, and I know you and I have chatted, I mean, the other thing that I was just reading some of the testimonials today, getting ready for the program, and it's something somebody else said, it's just, I was surprised at how fun it was. So speak a little bit about that.
Yeah, it was so fun to have that personal relationship with Mary. Mm-hmm. And she really got to know me, got to know my lifestyle, and made recommendations, and opened up my view. I was always like, I can't do florals, I can't do this, I can't do that. And Mary recommended them to me, and I said, okay, Mary says it's okay, I can do this. And it was a lot of fun going through the program with the other participants.
Okay,
thanks.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kathleen. I think you were the second person to sign up when we offered it, and it was a joy for me because we had met over COVID. Kathleen had come in and worked with us virtually, so I had reached out to her and she said yes, and it gave me talk about confidence. It gave me a lot of confidence that after thinking about doing this, we actually had something to offer. And I guess what has surprised me the most is how people just haven't missed a beat doing it online. So Kathleen, thank you so much. And I think we have time for one more person. I think I'll ask Carol to share, because Carol, who was on, actually was live with us a couple months ago, she just had her wedding this weekend. So Carol, do you want to share about how was the wedding? How did you feel? Were you prepared? I know one of your objectives when you started, you were in our June cohort. You wanted to be ready and packed. You worked with Sarah. Did Sarah get the job done?
Sarah got the job done for sure. And it wasn't all buying things. And just to clarify, it was not my wedding. It was my son's wedding.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It felt like mine. No, it was great. And, I would say that Sarah was phenomenal from a stylist perspective and going through the program. It allowed me to think about what are the key things, mother of the groom, I needed to buy that dress, but there were a lot of events around that. And so being able to find a few strategic pieces and then creatively use some of the other pieces that I had in my closet or in my drawer or in a shelf that Sarah would say, hey, what would be great is adding this. And I'm like, I think I have one of those already. So it wasn't going out and buying a whole new wardrobe. I also want to put in a plug for your rack because we were at a beautiful inn up in Vermont and cute little closet. So I actually took the rack with us and had not only our clothes, but the groom's clothes and the two bridesmaids' clothes. So the rack was filled with every bit of every day and they'd come in and get what they needed. So love that rack, finding more and more uses for it all the time. So I highly recommend it.
I'm looking at the rack, Carol, because I'm getting ready to go on my own little weekend retreat. And I'm looking at the rack right now and it's got everything lined up. And thank you for bringing up the rack because it was such a popular incentive last time that anyone that signs up for the next course, the next session of 90 Days to Stellar Style will get a complimentary rack. We like people in the program to have it because it really does help, but we're happy to, anyone that signs up by midnight on Friday will get a rack. I think you got a rack when you signed up, Carol. I think you probably got a second rack because you've been in our world for a long time, and I think you've been a fan of the rack for a long time. So the rack is famous. It is $89 if you want to purchase one. They really are fantastic. We waive the shipping. Happy to get it for you. We have worked with the vendor that makes them for 20 something years. They're not even in the Container Store anymore. I think we're in one of the few places where you can get this miraculous rack. So Carol, thank you. And I'm so glad that you had a wonderful wedding. Share some pictures with us. Okay, so we are just up on the 7:30 mark. I think we're going to wrap up. I hope that I shared enough with you. I'm going to recap what these 7 steps are. If I know Sarah, she's putting them up in that chat. But number 1 is undergarments. If you haven't gotten new undergarments in a while, they could literally change your life. They just changed mine. Bottoms. Think of a professional contractor. They start with a solid foundation. Skirts, pants, jeans. Are you happy with them? Do you have what you need? I actually just bought a jacket, a really cute little camo jacket. And I'm going to go back to, I don't want a skinny jean, but the full cut jean were too much. I really need just like a straight pair of black jeans. So that's on my list. I'm going to do some shopping when I'm away this weekend. I think I'll look for jeans. The basic shells, tops, and turtlenecks. I can't tell you how many times we've been thanked for helping people get that under control. We start with black. We usually add cream, white if people like it. I'm a fan of light blue. I love how light blue looks with black this time of year. I love how light blue looks with white in the summer. I love how light blue looks with red. So people are often surprised that I'm pulling, light blue in, but I find that that's kind of a basic color as well. Those lightweight layering pieces, I showed you a few that I have. I go into those first, and I always have a leather jacket or two. This is one of my favorite early fall leathers, but I go lightweight first. No cashmere just yet. I get the cotton, and I find that a lot of people just don't have those, and they're either wearing shawl. You can wear a shawl, nothing wrong with that, but I feel like having a couple of more modern pieces like ponchos and things like that make you feel super stylish. Number 5 is the brown and black leather. Didn't I get a lot in on that one? I was trying to really group them, but the brown and black belt are really great if you want to do that. The higher waist pants look so sharp with the belt. And people say, I can't wear a belt. I carry my weight here. If you learn to strategically tuck and use the belt strategically, they actually are a tool for fit. And of course, we'll do a whole nother episode on footwear and boots as the season gets underway. I think we'll do a jewelry show and tell at some point, but I just wanted to get the basics. Number 6 is that handy black dress. always comes in handy. And number 7 for me, and I put my own in, I really, again, I love a structured bag. It just says fall, it says back to work. And I got in a little bit of a rut with my backpack and being a little bit overly casual. So that was on my list this year, and I already picked it up, and I feel like I'm ready for business. So that is it for tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, Thursday is my desk day. I am happy to talk to anybody tomorrow. If tomorrow is not good for you, just shoot me over an email. I'm pretty responsive on getting back to you, and I'm around all next week as well. And a big shout out to Sarah for just taking that Stellar Style program and running with it and bringing so much joy and service to our community. So thrilled with what she's doing and how wonderfully the program is running. And she is at the top, and she's the leader. We have a new stylist, Jen Coletti, who has joined and is working with Sarah. And of course, Kathy Smith is still working with a few of our clients as well. So pick up that phone, DM me or Sarah with any questions. Let us know what else you want to see on a live. We've got hair and makeup and jewelry on the docket. We really do listen, and I have a couple of surprises coming up as well. So that's it for tonight. Have a great Wednesday evening, and I'll see you next week. See you later. Bye-bye.